Hey guys, this is Ryan O'Hara live from the Hall 7 dorm here in Prescott. Just got done watching the Manny Pacquiao and Brandon Rios fight for the WBO International Welterweight Championship at the Cotai Arena in Macau, China. Manny Pacquiao wins a wide unanimous decision. Wide enough. I scored all 12 rounds for Manny Pacquiao. Brandon Rios just could not handle the hand speed. Pacquiao said he was going to be the old Manny Pacquiao, and he certainly was. I thought the fight should have been stopped, but go through the fight a little bit. Pacquiao firing away left hands early. Rios had no answer for that. Pacquiao landed 20 punches in the first round, and Rios landed 5. When I saw Pacquiao weighing at 145, I knew Rios was going to be in trouble. Especially when he came into the fight at 159 and Pacquiao at 150, I was like, Pacquiao is going to be so much quicker than Rios. Rios landed some good punches in round 3, had some solid uppercuts, but just not enough. Manny was hitting him left and right. I said before, actually I did not say this before, but I said this before the fight on Twitter, that Genaro Rodriguez is a very lenient referee. He allowed Brandon Rios to land a couple of rapid punches to the back of Pacquiao's head. By the fourth round, Rios' right eye was starting to swell pretty bad. Hard combinations from Pacquiao were hurting Rios, but he just stood there and took him. By the 5th round, you notice Rios had no offense. Said his trainer Robert Garcia said before the fight, that they hadn't shown everything in training camp, but that Rios was going to be a different fighter than what he was in training camp. He's just going to do everything. But usually when you do that, it just doesn't work because you haven't been training on that during the entire camp. Now, of course, Robert Garcia also trained Antonio Margarito, who fought Pacquiao at a catch weight at 150 pounds. Pacquiao weighed in that fight at 144 pounds. Margarito came into that fight like 20 to 25 pounds heavier than Pacquiao and got absolutely demolished. So I'm not surprised that Rios got killed tonight. I predicted a knockout, but Genaro Rodriguez didn't stop him. By the 6th round, Rios not only had his right eye swollen, his left eye was swollen. He had a cut in his left eye. I said that at a point Rios needs to have better. Not only does he need to be better on offense, needs to be better on defense. He was not stopping those 1-2 combos whatsoever, and it was making a big effect. But his corner was doing a great job working on his face, working on the swelling. But Rios kept getting tagged, so it was pretty much pointless, at least from my vantage point. By the time, of course, by the 8th round, I posted on Twitter that Rios lasted 8 rounds. However, he's losing by 8 rounds, so there's really not much of a difference right there. I believe this was in the 9th or 10th round, perhaps. I didn't actually write it down, but Pacquiao's combinations were snapping Rios' head back. But like he said, apparently he likes getting hit, and it makes him a better fighter. It did not make him a better fighter today. Those punches hurt Rios because Pacquiao is a really hard puncher. Juan Manuel Marquez said that Pacquiao punches harder than Floyd Mayweather. And what Rios was facing tonight, it wasn't a Mike Alvarado, and it certainly wasn't an Anthony Peterson. This was Manny Pacquiao, and he felt it. I don't think he was saying "me gusta" when he got back to the corner. I said that the fight needed to be stopped, but he has a great chin, not much offense, and then of course he ended up losing Brandon Rios ended up losing the fight by unanimous decision. Judges had it 120 to 108, 119 to 109, and 118 to 110 for Pacquiao. I mean, as a judge, you had to be really generous to give Rios a round, let alone 2. To me, Pacquiao just absolutely dominated from start to finish. In the 11th, Pacquiao landed 23 punches. Rios landed 9. And what's next for Brandon Rios? Honestly, I don't really know what's next for Brandon Rios. He lost to Alvarado clearly in the second fight. He got beaten up pretty bad in the first fight too. I mean, he's been in these constant wars. His career, his longevity in boxing is not going to be. He's not going to have a long career in boxing if he keeps taking this punishment. Tim Bradley took the hint when he fought Provodnikov. Now, maybe Provodnikov fights Rios. I honestly, Provodnikov is a harder puncher than Pacquiao. I think Provodnikov would destroy Rios. What's next for Pacquiao? I don't really know either. Floyd Mayweather probably won't fight him. Honestly, a Juan Manuel Marquez 5th fight is really, it's up in the air. I don't think Marquez would want to fight him though. I don't really know what's next for Pacquiao right now. He proved that he's still an amazing boxer, but did he prove enough to get a fight with Mayweather? He probably has to switch to Showtime, and that's going to be too complicated. I don't know. Provodnikov's his sparring partner, so he's probably not going to fight him. He's not going to fight Miguel Cotto because Cotto trains with Freddie Roach. So maybe Pacquiao can fight Canelo Alvarez at 154. But also remember that Pacquiao fought Margarito at 154, and despite the fact that he destroyed Margarito, he still was in a lot of pain. He did take some punishment in that fight, especially from those body shots from Margarito. I really can't think of anyone else. Pacquiao fighting Khan, maybe. Pacquiao fighting Martinez, that's definitely not happening. I think the two fights we can see, maybe a Pacquiao Alvarez, a Pacquiao Khan, or a Pacquiao Mayweather, or Pacquiao Marquez 5. It's up in the air, but it's up to the promoters and all them, so I'm going to leave it up to them. And Rios is going to have to retire in, I'd say, 3 to 4 years. If he doesn't if he doesn't change something with the way his style is now, he's not going to last longer in boxing. And fighters with great chins have great chins, but they are not exempt from Parkinson's disease. Just ask Freddie Roach. Just ask Muhammad Ali. This is a serious thing that Rios needs to think about. Well, I'm Ryan O'Hara. Manny Pacquiao wins the unanimous decision. It's his first victory since 2011 against Juan Manuel Marquez the third time. Honestly, he beat Timothy Bradley in their fight, but he was robbed, in my opinion. Anyway, guys, have a great night, and we'll see you again for another boxing event. Also, check out my sponsor, www.simplyrugged.com. Thank you, Robin Jan Leahy, for all the business.